no strangers? Looking for a Newton whistle tune to show off? Good. Today I've hunted down the Island Village tune from Lineage 2. Every human newbie has heard it 100 times, and now it's your turn to play it. I've got the fingertips and tips to make sure you nail it. Grab a C whistle to play along with the original, or just take any whistle you have. You'll still sound great. Ready? Let's get started.
The whole first section sits in the first octave. It's simple enough, just listen. We start with all holes covered, then open the bottom three, adding a cut on the third note from the top. A cut is basically a super quick lift and drop of a finger on a hole above the note you're playing, or on the note you're about to play, like in this case.
Once again.
Next comes a repeating phrase that moves in a wave-like pattern. I start each phrase with the to articulation throughout the whole tune, and then play the rest evenly. By the way, hold each third note in a sequence just a bit longer for a nice rhythm. This same phrase almost fully repeats in the last part of the first line, but instead of returning upwards, we move further down, covering 5 holes and simultaneously cutting the third note from the top, just like we did at the very beginning. Right after that, cover the bottom hole and play 3 notes up the scale. Then step down 1 note and climb up from there. Finally, repeat this pattern 1 more time until you reach top 2 holes covered. At the very end, just repeat the second half of the previous phrase. Let's listen all parts together. The second line is almost identical to the first one, but the ending goes all the way to the top of the scale here. I like to slide into the final note for a smoother ending. Go ahead, pause, rewind, and practice until you get it right. This section won't master itself, you know? In the second section, we step into the second octave, just the bottom note, nothing dramatic. The first and second lines are very similar here, the only difference is in their endings. And notice an interesting pattern. We ended the first section on the very top note, and this section begins on that same note. In fact, every phrase here starts exactly where the previous one ended. So let's hear the whole thing first, and then I'll break it down for you. The first 2 phrases of the first line go 3 notes up and 3 down. While in the last 2 phrases we go 3 notes up, then 2 down and 1 up again. Here I like to slide up into the last note of each phrase. And in the second line, we repeat the first three phrases exactly as in the first line. However, in the last phrase, we go 3 notes up and 3 notes down again, kind of closing this whole cycle. This phrase is identical to the second one in this line. For the transition, we cover the fourth hole with a bounce and then slide from it. We bounce on the note with the same finger that normally covers it when we go down the scale. If you're playing with the original track, you can skip this small part, but if you're playing on your own, though it's worth adding, just to fill in the silence. Get this section under control and prepare your lungs. You'll want them at full power soon. Finally, we've reached the last section. Here the second octave goes all the way up. Don't say I didn't warn you. But first listen. After our transition at the end of the previous section, we start by moving 3 notes up and then continue with 2-3 note swing patterns, moving down 1 note each time. In the first swing, I like to slide into the note when going back up. Then we finish this fragment with a bounce on the 4th hole and finally cover all 6 holes. Next, we have a repeating fragment in a stepwise pattern, like in the first section of this tutorial. 3 notes up, 1 down, up again, 1 down, and then up to the bottom note of the second octave, which we hold for quite a while this time. And yes, that note feels like it lasts forever, so don't run out of breath. My condolences if you decided to play this on a low whistle. At the end of the first line, we get a short break with 3 notes on the second octave. Right in the middle, I throw a quick bounce on the 4th hole to highlight it. As you've probably noticed, I don't overload this melody with ornaments, just enough to put accents where I want them. Then we repeat the familiar phrase twice, each time climbing up to the bottom note of the second octave. And finally, we close the tune with the same sequence we played at the beginning of this section, but in the second octave this time.
That's the tune for today. There is a link in the info box to my full tin whistle cover so you can hear it and play along without my endless talking in between. If you enjoyed this tutorial, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next ones. Let me know in the comments which melody you'd like me to hunt down next. And if you'd like to support my channel, there is my Patreon link in the description. I'm Ksenia, and I'll see you in the next videos.